What?
When shadows feel louder. Pray you'll be alright.
Whoa!
And watch us where we go.
A beautiful countertenor sound here.
And help us to be one.
Wow. I'm a little bit in shock. I've heard a lot of singers with a lot of wide ranges since I've started this channel, but wow, this is a countertenor quality, meaning we're hearing a lot of head voice resonance coming, and so it is just super impressive. And the control he has within each note, especially that long held note he had there, it flourished just a bit with a crescendo and then tapered off with almost a messa di voce quality. This is so impressive already.
La luce che tu dai,
I pray you will find your light.
nel cuore resterà.
In hold within our heart.
You guys, this is so beautifully done. This song gets me anyway. I really enjoy this song. It's beautiful. He is so impressive. He's having to use two completely different groupings of muscles to make these two sounds happen. And he is switching almost like he's just turning a switch here. This is so impressive.
In times when we don't know.
Della mia
What?
quanto fede c'è.
When shadows feel louder.
This is so confusing. Like, as a vocalist, I'm just like, that sound at first was very unusual. And I was like, okay, so he's got a really different kind of voice. And that's why people talked about this. But then when he switched to be this true baritone round sound, I was like, well, how is that coming out of the same person? That is fascinating to me. He's able to manipulate his vocal tract to make these two separate sounds that are both very healthy sounding as well. So that's really cool. But also the top sound, I'm sitting here thinking like, what exactly is going on there? And I believe that is actually just a head voice. I don't think that's in falsetto. I think that is a really light head voice that he's got going on because he's able to condense the sound a lot more.
Sento che ci
Oh my god, I'm getting like goosebumps. That is insane! Yeah. You know, when I was listening to him sing the pop female vocal section, I was like, yeah, that's a really high tenor voice, almost male alto range. And I was thinking, well, okay, well, I can get used to that. That's pretty cool. But then he switched down to the baritone. I'm like, damn, I'm with the rest of the audience there going, how is this even possible? I have a theory. It's a quarter-baked theory. It's not even a half-baked theory about how a voice can be able to switch between those. Obviously, there's a lot of flexibility in that voice. I did a video recently of Dimash, and yes, those voices are possible. And I got to tell you, you know, when I'm listening to these voices, these guys who sing with such incredible ranges and with such facility, I can't help but feel a little bit inadequate. Vocally inadequate. Okay, and I just impressed. It's just.
like it. I want to preface it, but everything that I'm saying by saying that I do like the sounds that he's creating. I think we can make them easier. I think that he can create these a little bit easier. When he went up to that B flat, he didn't have any vibrato on the sound. You could see some veins popping out. It looked very compressed. Usually if we don't hear vibrato, it's a sign of some extra tension, and when it's coupled with the visual of just looking kind of locked up, like you're just bearing down a little bit too hard, it's harder. It's just harder to do than if we have a little bit freer of a chord, if we allow that vibrato in, if we don't tense up quite as much and instead have a good balance between air and muscle, where right now he has a very high pressure system underneath his vocal cords which are resisting it, and then those little vocal cords are doing their best to try to resist it, but they're very small and it's creating all this pressure and it's hard, and the oscillation just doesn't stay as true once we get into that kind of a situation.
To a place where we'll be safe.
La luce che tu dai
I pray we'll find your light
nel cuore resterà.
in hold within our heart.
Fermiamolo, è veramente molto molto particolare questo cambio continuo di timbro e quindi anche di impostazione, magari poi dopo ne parliamo un po' meglio, però molto molto veloce, quindi questo switch da una vocalità più maschile e impostata in modo un po' più lirico a una vocalità femminile molto aggraziata, molto dolce. Veramente non ho mai sentito fare questo tipo di cambio così velocemente e con tanta facilità. Oltretutto lui è seduto, quindi è ancora più difficile questo tipo di lavoro. Sicuramente una grande grande padronanza del proprio strumento ed è anche qualcosa di molto particolare, quindi andiamo avanti col video che sono curiosa.
La forza che ci dai
We ask that light be kind
ed essere ocean
in waters from above.
di una trovi amore.
We hope it's so we'll find.
Counting how many seconds he actually held his breath when he did when he used his reinforced falsetto to be able to sustain the sound. Let me rewind it again so that you guys don't say I'm not analyzing it properly. Let me just rewind it again. Just counting how long he did it for.
Exclusive.
Whoa.
Wish 1075.
Most sound like he did that for 9 seconds or 10 seconds, just sustaining the sounds for a long time. Oh boy, it's like his singing is just flawless. This is flawless. This is amazing. This is very, very good. I love his approach to singing. I love his technique. Just a different way to be able to approach it.